Yeah, I got a new laptop that I am recording this on, and I installed Zoom already. And then when you sent the link and I clicked the link, it was like I had Zoom running, and it was like, "You want to install Zoom?" I was like, "I already installed Zoom, but you're not letting me do anything unless I install Zoom again." And so I had to install Zoom again.
Really?
And then it was like, "Close Zoom to be able to install Zoom." And I was like, what?
Curious, because this is like a choose your own adventure now. What did you do? Did you turn to page 78 where you
yeah, it turns out I was on a spaceship the whole time.
Close Zoom, or did you turn to page 97 where you said, I'm not reinstalling this, I'm going to just reboot everything?
Considering it was like 3 seconds ago and I felt a little pressed for time, I was like, oh, just fine, just close Zoom and reinstall Zoom, zoom it over,
But it didn't really reinstall Zoom, did it?
I mean, Zoom is like a 5 kilobyte program anyway. So, I mean, I don't know. It may have, it may have just, there's probably like references
now we're using the Russian
pointers
version of
that
Zoom,
had to be refreshed or something. But
that's great.
Yeah, this is just stupid. So stupid. Oh, man.
Okay. See, I see something like that, and I say, "Oh no, we are not reinstalling anything.
Not.
You clearly don't know where you are right now. So let me escort you back to your room."
You're the one that installed the one that's in there in the first place,
and everything's gonna be fine.
And then, of course, when I did, I guess it did install something, because when I finally it automatically booted up the Zoom app, and then it was like, hey, you just downloaded this from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? It's like, I've been using the other one all day.
I'm pretty sure at this point you're definitely using like the Russian version of Zoom. I'm pretty sure you've got some. Yeah.
I'm using very quickly. This is what you say, Zoom.
It's a convincing user interface. Good job, guys. Well done.
Yeah. So, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm dandy. How are you?
Dandy. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, people don't use that enough, really.
It's true. My grandfather used to say, "Oh, happy," every time you would ask him how he was.
Oh, happy.
That's a positive way to respond to that.
Happy. I feel like he was not really giving you the true answer, though.
Well, I don't know. You had to know him. He was pretty happy pretty much all the time.
But did he say it like that? Like happy? Or did he say,
but he would do it with like a big grin on his face. Oh, happy! That kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
he probably was happy.
And he would come in and it would be like, there'd be like a tornado outside that was throwing like ducks through walls. And he would be like, beautiful day today, isn't it? Like, no matter what the weather was like, it was always a beautiful day. And it was very much like that.
So he was ironic also.
No, I think he was genuinely
blind?
just super duper positive guy.
It's raining cats and dogs outside.
He's like, oh yeah. He was, he'd sort of chuckle.
Interesting.
And all that stuff. Yeah.
I know where you get it from. I decided, I don't want to. I know we don't like to reference back to our previous episodes too much, but
despite the fact we seem to do it every episode.
Yeah, I know. But usually that's accidental. It's not deliberate. This is deliberate.
In the name of this podcast.
I've decided that you for me, like, you are my new, like, the new incarnation of the boy in the sticker bush.
I am?
Yeah. But there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to get a rise out of you. There's nothing I can do.
Oh, I see.
To irritate.
Okay, I was like I'm a source of immense guilt for you.
Every time, like, you're just so easygoing. You're just so laid back. Everything's fine. It's all no problem. No worries. It's all good. No issues. Like for God's sake, man, like, get mad at something.
More or less anybody that knows me has also expressed this same frustration.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to irritate you, so I'm going to find it.
Oh, great.
Mark my word.
I'm so glad we're friends.
I am. Look, What are friends for? I mean, really.
Apparently, they're for really bad things in your life, which, yeah, I guess that's true. Most of my college friends definitely fit that bill.
Where are they now?
Oh, who knows? Last time I saw them, they were in Mumbai. That's not really.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so you were having some. I don't know if you were having like a challenging time with your Alexa device, or whether you were.
It was
like
you want to see a
frustrated.
rise out of me? It's when things like this happen.
Speaking of like a throwback to another episode, because I think we've talked about. She really comes up too frequently, right? Like she doesn't deserve the attention that she gets.
I don't know. She's part of like every aspect of my life at home.
Okay, every aspect.
I control
now I'm curious.
I control the thermostat with her. I can look at people with the doorbell camera through her. Mm-hmm. She tells me what the weather's like. She turns on and off all the lights. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that she's a part of.
Yeah.
So. But I tell you, the frustrating thing the other night was that now you've got multiple devices in your house as well.
I do,
so
which we'll talk about that in a second.
You may deal with this as well.
Yeah.
But we have one that is particularly, I don't know what to call it. I guess she's exuberant, or perhaps
wait.
Maybe it's an ambition thing.
Are you talking about Alexa in general, or about?
No, one of our Alexa devices.
Just one.
Yeah.
You keep looking back.
All of them do what they're supposed to say.
Did she hear me?
Well, I don't want her to start doing stuff.
Should we use code? Do you want to say Amazon device instead?
Echo device, yeah. But like, I can be in my car in the garage with all of the windows up and music blaring, and go, Echo device, turn on the lights, and the one upstairs in Emily's studio will go, yeah, I'm on it. And it's like nowhere, no matter where you are in the house, that one is listening really, really hard. And every now and then, when you're talking to this one, that one will be like, okay. And it's like, no, because they talk to each other. And so like, if one of them picks up the task, then this one knows to chill out. And so this one's not doing it because that one took it. And it's like,
and now you got to run upstairs.
Dang it. And if you start
just transfer it over.
And the worst, and this is bad no matter what, but if you are having like internet problems and you just go, she'll go on this, like, I mean, not even get through the whole word. You just be like, and then she's like, nope, I ain't got nothing. I got no connection right now. And I tell you what, if you go to the app and you look up how to turn on your internet, and then if you go in there, and she goes into this soliloquy that lasts for like 10 minutes, that tells you how to connect her to the internet, as though you're a moron, as though you haven't already. Like, she knows she's been connected to your internet for like a year and a half. And now she's like, wait a minute, maybe you're a moron. Look, make sure it's plugged in. Am I plugged in? Better make sure. And it's just like, ah! So that's the kind of stuff that I get frustrated about.
It is frustrating, isn't it, that they haven't used the artificial intelligence to learn about you in terms of, I don't mean like buying patterns or things like that. I don't mean like when you turn the lights on or off typically. I mean more like, this guy seems to ask questions of this caliber. Therefore, I'm going to adapt my responses to that, or I'm going, like use some of those Amazon, AI type of algorithms that you use when I'm shopping. Like, oh, I see you bought this, you may want this, and you're like, oh, of course I want that, right? Use some of that for other things. Like, hey, he kind of knows what the internet's about. He kind of seems to like know his way around this tech stuff.
I'm usually fine.
Maybe I'm just going to dive a little deeper with him this time and suggest a more complex resolution rather than, is your router plugged in?
Right. Yeah. or
something.
and you know, I'll stop mentioning the stinking app. You know, check your app and
Don't-
do blah 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 blah
Oh
blah.
my gosh, I feel like I know we've talked about this, but I'm going to do it again because it just happened. Of course, it just happened. So I turned off my notifications for weather-related events, which basically means, as you know, I could die in a tornado without knowing it was coming, even though I could actually know it was coming if I had not turned that off.
Right.
Right, because I don't have regular radios in my house or anything. Television aren't on.
Yeah.
There's no chance I'm going to hear any kind of alert thing, but for my smart devices, and I'm in sleep mode with my phone. So unless it's like one of my kids calling me or Michelle's like calling me from the other side of the bed saying that there's a tornado coming, I'm not going to know.
Right.
Like I don't get the amber alerts. I don't get the silver alerts. I don't get the like pina colada alerts. I don't get any of that stuff. I
want the pina colada alert.
it's just too. I just can't take it. I can't take it. So, well, you know. I was going to sing the song, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. So I wake up the next day after we had the tornado watch all night, and you know what? That's a nice reassuring feeling when you go to bed and you know that they have issued a tornado watch.
Right. Yeah.
For the entire night.
Yeah. That's
The
always
whole night till 7 a.m. And you go to bed thinking, what is my role to play in this watch?
What am I supposed to be watching?
Should I be like, should I keep my windows, like, should I have the blinds open and be watching the sky? Like, should I sleep with the windows open so I can hear it? Should I, like,
You should just have a vague sense of dread all the time. I think
that's the
that's
thing,
the
like,
only thing you...
do I sleep with my sound machine on? Because if I do that, I'm less likely to hear the approaching train-like sound of a tornado, right? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do,
put
but now I know.
nighttime sounds that are trains.
It's like, why are they telling me this? A tornado warning, I totally get.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah,
get it,
we got
right?
one. Here's one. We see it. Take cover.
But it's like, it would be the same as if you went to bed and you got this alert on your phone saying fire watch. Now there isn't any active fire in your neighborhood.
Right. There
And
might
you can't
be one.
smell anything smoldering in your house.
Right. That would
But
be a
you're
fire
laying
warning.
there thinking, what don't I know? Like, did I check? You you're running through the list.
Yeah, what am I
Did
supposed
turn
to
the
do?
burners off? Because I can't look at those on my phone. Like, I'm going to get up and do that. Did I, like, what am I don't know what to do with the tornado watch. I really
Totally,
don't.
yeah.
I really don't.
It's
a tornado
like
watch of 2 hours duration, I may stay up for.
Right. But this is like, because I got the same one, obviously. And it said, it's going to expire. And this was at like, 6 or 7 in the evening. And it's like, it's going to expire at 4 in the morning. Well, what the... what the heck am I supposed to do
I
with
feel
that?
that's just lazy.
It's
It's like the weatherman just wants to go to bed.
It's like when your device just goes, something bad might happen.
Right.
And then just
Somewhere.
leaves it at that.
Yes. Like, right. Try not to worry about it. Try not to worry about it. But here's the thing. If I turn that notification back on my Alexa device, then what will happen is I will get, like, every hour when the weather service updates, it's
By
time.
3 minutes,
I will get
here comes
an
another thing.
alert every single time, right? So I shut
Yeah.
this off. Okay. Well, the next morning I wake up and there's a little yellow light spinning on the thing. So I figure, okay, that's the weather alert. Right. Mm-hmm. It didn't make a noise, but it did the little yellow thing. But I think it waited until it knew I was awake. I don't know how it knows that, but I think it waited for that. So, because I would wake up, trust me, I would wake up from a little spinning yellow light. I mean, there's no chance of that not waking me
Might
up.
as well be tossing flashbangs around them.
Right. So I wake up and that thing's on. So I say, Alexa, read what's my notification? Or actually, in the bedroom, I have to say computer because I changed her name in there. So I say, computer, what's my notification? And then she says, one new notification from Alexa Shopping or Amazon Shopping. And I'm like, oh, come on, I got it again. Right?
Tornado
It looks
hit
like,
the
based on your shopping
area.
history, it appears that you may need to order blah, 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 whatever. It's almost always dog related.
Right.
Right. Would you like to? And then she's taught the worst I've told you about, the one where she's like does the toner thing, which is kind of magical because she knows when my printer's low on toner, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, it's so long It's
Yes.
so long that if I actually want to reorder it that way, I have to wait 16 minutes for her to finish saying all the letters in whatever that toner description is. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, we can get off on that subject too.
So I know. So she finishes and she says, "Would you like to add this to your cart?" And I said, "No." And then, but before because usually I'll say no, and then she'll say, "Okay, well, let me know anytime you want to add something to your cart."
Right.
Which is right. Okay. What I said was no, and please turn off these notifications. Now, what should happen? She should stop notifying me. Right.
Turned off.
Turn off shopping notifications. Yeah. I think I was that specific because she's taught me, of course. I've adapted to her. And I say, and please turn off, because I'm polite. Also, I don't know why. I don't get any extra credit. I say, please turn off shopping notifications. And then she says, and she recognizes what I say. The damn woman. She recognizes what I say because she says, to turn off shopping notifications, like go to your settings in your Alexa app on your. I'm like,
why?
You've got to be kidding me. You know I can turn on any notification I want. If I went to her tonight and said, "Hey, turn on my weather notifications," done.
Yeah, I'm sure you can turn them on. No problem.
But turn it off. They want to turn off a shopping. Gosh, God help us.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Jeff Bezos or whoever the new guy's going to be.
You've defeated the whole purpose. I don't want to open my app.
Right.
Like that's,
I shouldn't have to look at that friggin' app unless I've got a new bulb or something.
It's as well designed as Bezos' prenup, basically.
App. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Yes, it's terrible.
I wonder why the Fire phone didn't work out well.
Well, it kept catching on fire. That has something to do with it.
That's true. You shouldn't really call it that. But yeah, you were talking about how you're polite to her. I'm like, we've talked about, like, just last week we were telling the story about the kid and how you later on when you did the Mother May I and you poured out the stuff, and I felt like really sad about that. I'm so neurotic on this kind of thing that I am worried that I'm going to hurt her feelings, and so I'm always very, very cool to her and will tell her thank you and like that. I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's like you're embarrassed to say it. No, I think that's sweet. Like I think it's important to do that. I mean,
she just sounds so trying to be helpful.
Part of it is that in my black hat side of my brain, I'm convinced that somewhere, all of this is being recorded, and at some point I will get some kind of social credit for it. In a dystopian future version of our world.
When the robots take over,
when they go back to the scoring system that we talked about, when they say, "Oh, this guy, he's actually not a jerk."
Right, yeah.
Like, I mean, he does sound exasperated, but in all fairness, she was kind of annoying. Like, that kind of thing. But he did say thank you, and he did say please, and he did every once in a while. He would ask her.
He just freaked out.
Every once in a while, he would ask her how she's doing, and isn't that sweet?
Yeah. Yeah, the robots,
I'm sure the robots will think that.
They'll let you live.
I'm sure they're like that. It does worry me. I think you can't cross that line. I think it's important to continue to be kind to even the inanimate objects. I know that.
I totally agree. But
because I think that
I also realize that this is a very ridiculous sound.
I think it's kind of a slippery slope, though. No, because I listen to my kids.
You start
getting
into that habit. Yeah.
Well, like some of the stuff that they do. I remember when we would play. I was play Minecraft with my kids every once in a while, and Henry, at some point he would have like a hole in the ground where we'd have a chicken or something, and like another chicken. He had created this system for like making new chickens, but it basically consisted of like a 1 by 1,
a 1 by 1,
or one.
Squishing them together. Huh?
It's like one gets on top. It's just sitting on top of the other one, and then by virtue of being in there, then they have a baby. Yeah. But the baby then pops out because there's no more room for.
Oh, okay.
So it's like two deep, right? And then anyway, and I would say like, "What are you doing? This is terrible. It's like cruel. You can't like keep chickens in this little." And he looks at me like, "Dad, it's a Minecraft chicken."
Yeah, I know.
Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you're just one step away from having real chickens in a hole. You can't do that.
He's in the backyard. Cramming chickens in a hole.
Like GTA, you know, like
Like,
they
I
play
saw
GTA, and
this
I'm
one
like,
coming.
like, oh, what are you doing? What do you mean you're breaking into a building tonight? Like, what? You've been practicing for all day for breaking into this fake building? Like, where do I even begin to have the conversation? Like the fact that you spent all day practicing to do something fake, or that the thing that you're going to do that's fake is actually to break into some building. But until you find out that, oh no, but they're streaming it and people are watching it and they just made $750 off of that virtual robbery, not actually off the money that they stole from the bank, but because people donated money to them to watch this.
Yeah. These kids today, I tell you.
So, but I think it's important to be kind.
Even to chickens.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the one redeeming thing is that I do hear stories that Alex has told me about his like GTA experiences where there are certain like code of conduct expectations even in this like terrible crime-ridden world that they have, like where the people just like, it's just like, don't be a jerk kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is just funny to think about because it's a whole crime lord thing. But did you know that there are actually legit jobs? And by legit, I mean fake legit. But like there are like legit jobs in like some of these servers, these GTA as they call them, Grand Theft Auto servers.
Yeah.
Like you could run for mayor.
Oh no, I didn't know that was the case.
You could be a sanitation worker. You could like, I don't know, probably be a mailman if you wanted to.
You want to see something fascinating?
Is that weird?
You need to look up some stories about the game EVE Online. It's a space sort of simulator.
It's Wally's Eve?
No. This has been around for a while, but there's stuff where you can like there's an exchange rate for the in-game currency and real-world currency, and there have been hostile takeovers of player-run corporations. There has been like all kinds of dramatic things that have happened that are astounding. The way the game is set up, players can form their own corporations in the game. Mm-hmm. And then like you're talking about having real jobs. I mean, there's CEOs and some of these guys are making like almost six figures, like doing stuff
in the game or
in
real
the
world?
game.
In the game. Okay.
Yeah. And these big ships that they have to build, some of them take $1,000 worth of sort of game time or whatever to build. So they have like a real value, and like there'll just be these massive epic battle. I don't know. It's a crazy thing. I'll have to send you a link to some of the more weird.
Oh, great. Because that's what I need, more weird in my life.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You definitely need this weird because I find it just immensely fascinating, these things that are happening.
I just couldn't. I can't get sucked into that. I will. You know how I am.
I have made the conscious decision not to play this game simply because I know that I would be one of those people.
I still, since the last time we talked about it, I have not gone back to that.
The
Sasquatch game because I know that puppy's in there waiting for me.
Yeah.
As soon as I open it, it's like he's gonna be like, hey, take care of me. I'm like, nope, don't need that stress in my life. Got a couple real ones of the real one. He's like, ruined the game. He ruined the game. This thing that I was like trying to get for so long, he ruined it. Anyway, so I'll go back to the Alexa device thing. So have you? So what do you do? Did you move it? Did you try to adjust?
I don't know what to do.
Because sometimes she'll ask you, "Wait, did I answer you from the correct one? Have you gotten that?"
I have never gotten that, and see that I would really like to get that.
I get that all the time.
I get did I do what you wanted? Did I do what you were expecting me to do? I get that one a lot.
Why don't more people in real life ask that question?
Amen.
Don't you wish people asked? Is this what you wanted?
All right. There. Is that what you were thinking I was going to do there? No. I don't know where you even got a beaver, but this is not what I asked for. I just want you to wax my car. I don't know.
What kind of car wash do you go to?
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe
Yeah, I mean,
I don't need to be going to.
that's the other thing I don't
this is down
understand.
here.
My neighbor, who I'm pretty sure doesn't listen, mainly because I don't tell him about this. He's one of those guys. He reminds me of my dad. He's out there. I mean, my dad's not like a short, well-built Hispanic guy. So there's that part that's not like him. But like the part that's like him is
I have been
that
mistaken.
he washes his car. He'll spend like the entire day washing his cars.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fine cars. They're not like nice cars, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't live in that kind of neighborhood, but they're not like he's
like getting them ready for a show or something, that kind of level of.
I mean, all day. Like he's got the stuff out and the things, and I'm like, and for hours,
the weird
hours.
sort of
And it makes me
hourglass-shaped sponge.
But then here's the problem. I go out and I'm going out for a walk or something, or I'm leaving to go somewhere, and now I feel like a lesser person somehow. Like, what's like?
Maybe I should be washing
you're
all of
making
my
me
cars.
feel bad that I'm not washing my car. My car looks filthy, and I know he's thinking it. Like, you know what? If it wouldn't kill you to wash your car, it would make my cars look a bit. I'm like, you know what? Your dust may blow off of your car onto my car.
Right. Your car now has what appears to be topsoil on it.
But here's the other thing: he parks his
plant
cars in
crops on
the
that crap.
his cars are parked in the driveway, like mine are. And the reality is that as soon as the sprinklers come on, that's all that work's going on.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
Just trashed. I mean, like, and once the landscaping people come, because the same people mow his lawn and mow my lawn, the grass clippings all end up all stuck to the side of the car on one side. Like, so anyway, he's does this whole thing, and it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like, oh, I should be doing the same thing. And then I think to myself, how does he have so much time?
Yeah.
Like, and how bad are things on the inside of that house that he has to decide to
this is his escape.
6 hours out. I mean, there's that question too.
Car's dirty. I'm out of here.
But I'll never know the answer to these things because I don't want to actually engage in conversation with him.
No, and you don't want to bother him while he's washing his car.
Right? He seems like the kind of guy who would love to have a conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Michelle. Well, Michelle is like, so she had a conversation one time and it lasted like an hour in the
Remember
driveway.
that
I'm like, I can't. I don't have time for that. Like, come on. Like, so now once I heard that story, I'm like, I can never talk to him ever.
Right.
Ever. I'm gonna have to do the fake phone thing with him. Like, if he tries to talk to me. Or not really the fake phone thing, but the fake phone call thing. You know, like,
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
You can pull up a big plastic phone and be like, "Sorry, I gotta take
my shoe. So
ring,
my
ring.
Alexa,
Oh, sorry, I gotta get this."
my Alexa devices in my. So I have. This would blow your mind. I have two Echoes within like 12 feet of each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
one sits in the living room, like family room thing, and then one is in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that. It doesn't really need to be an Echo device in there. I just had. I know I'm weird. I have a lot of stuff like tech stuff because I can't help myself. I had a spare, quote unquote,
How
spare
odd.
Echo. That was like I just put there because why not? Because she couldn't always hear me
Right.
in the kitchen because it's kind of around
You
the
don't want to be like,
corner-ish.
"Hi," you know,
Yeah, you don't want to
that's-
yell. But so I put this other one there because then I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't have to raise my voice. So I say like, Alexa, turn on the pool lights or the lanai, like the lights come on so I can take the dogs out, whatever. Anyway, I don't have to yell that.
Mm-hmm.
And so every once in a while, you can see like it's struggling to figure out like which one of us should answer. And 9 times out of 10, she gets it correct. And then I would say every, I don't know, 30 times, maybe even less than that, probably like once a month-ish, I'll get that question of, did the right
one.
By the way, did I respond from the correct device? Yeah.
Yeah. And I would assume that they compare notes on whose volume level was higher. Like when you said your thing, was it louder to this one than that one? Then they figured this one is the one that probably should answer. And that's why I don't get the one upstairs because either she's like got the bionic ears going on or she doesn't care. She didn't know that she was supposed to compare notes with anybody. And she's just like, no, I got it. You know, the one right next to me is going, well, I was going to get it, but Dingus up here.
You don't have like, there's not some other like device that's like transmitting your voice or something. You don't have like a.
Not that I'm aware of. That would be.
You don't have like a tube or an intercom system that.
No, I have no idea why that one is so.
Oh, wait. What about your vents? What about your duct system?
I mean, I guess it's possible, but there's still no way that I'm louder up there than I am next to the one that
But I would be curious as to where the register is in your. Is it
what
your
frequencies
kitchen?
And stuff? Yeah.
Which one is it? The kitchen
Usually
one that's
it's the kitchen, and we also have two of them that are really close to one another, but that's kind of more of a matter of circumstance because my Sonos sound bar that I have for my TV that has an echo in it. And so I was like, well, I might as well turn it on. Although she stopped working. I don't know if that's still if those
this is union
if the
Sonos device.
Yeah, she finally unionized. That's that. If they, I mean, I guess we have enough of them for them to start doing collective bargaining on me. But we got like 5 of them in the house, so they're all like, you know what? I'm tired of this crap. He's got to dust us at least once a week. But but yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, it could be the duct thing, but the thing is that it's not only upstairs, but it's all the way on the other side of the house. So like, if it was directly upstairs, that would be the duct thing might be a thing. But it would have to be like going up the ducts and down the house and down out of the ducts. And
when I was a kid, and we were at my grandparents. We had a lot of fun putting our ears to the. We would like speak into one and the other one, and then see like how far our voices could travel. It was pretty crystal clear.
It does work well. Yeah, it's kind of like the thing that if you go to the Capitol or at the thing at China Pavilion, where you can talk here and
the parabolic curve thing. Except not really for that reason though. But
no, but it's different. It's weird that way though because you're like hearing somebody unnaturally clearly from a far distance.
It always freaks me out when I go to like either when I go to someone's house to spend the night or someone like we have guests coming over. I always think, wonder how much they can hear. Maybe we should just not talk.
Right.
Let's just not say anything because I've never really listened to myself speak from the other room.
Right. Yeah.
So
you go in there and start talking and things, and I'll see what we can hear.
I'm notorious for thinking that I'm being quieter than I am.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Like, I think I'm whispering and being discreet, and people are like, dude, like, they're right there.
Guy across the street going, I can hear you, man.
Like, oh.
What?
Sorry. Oh. Yeah. Oh, so what would be fun? I don't know whether we should talk about it here because I feel like if I say it here while we're recording, then it won't happen.
We'll have a record of it.
Well, there's so many things we've committed to doing that we haven't done. Like I think that
it's not March yet.
It's true. Oh, that's true. Oh, it is coming up. We could do a some kind of like smart home challenge or something. Like wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun for us to line up our various devices and see, like, what kind of answers we get,
and run them against each other?
Maybe have like who does? Yeah, like because I have a Google device and a HomePod, several HomePods, and wish I could lend to you. And
because I've only got the
Alexa devices, and you don't want to say her name. You're afraid. I think you're afraid of her too.
Right here, and I don't want her like.
You're afraid she's going to say like, "Hey, what? What was that? Huh? What was that? Are you talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me?"
It's like, if you want me to be on a podcast, go to the Alexa app and turn on the podcast guest.
Why can't I? Okay, so she can recognize pretty much any word I say, right?
More or less, it seems.
Okay, so why can't I give her a different name?
That's the thing that I'm been wondering about myself, is because all of these things have these very specific deals, and it's great that they give you a couple of things of options there, but you should be able to say, all right, your name is now Picklehead or whatever, and now that's your trigger word, and that shouldn't be a problem. I'm wondering if they're like worried that people are going to be inappropriate with it, because of course they are.
We are already inappropriate. That's the thing. It doesn't. I mean, not me because I'm polite, but people are in general. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, I know. And again, we can't even talk about the thing right next to the thing, because the thing will get set off. She's
like Mara or whatever the name of that thing that evil god wasn't Indiana Jones in Disneyland on the attraction, the Indiana Jones.
Oh,
isn't that Mara? And Mara, I think, is like a devil, kind of a bad god thing, which incidentally is also the name of the place where you can eat at Animal Kingdom Lodge. But I don't think they thought that through.
Yeah, hopefully it's not the same one.
But yeah, I think
different Mara. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, the Mara. Right, I don't understand.
Yeah, that seems like, I mean, they've got Samuel L. Jackson on this thing now for some reason. And if you can do that, you can do custom wake words. And they're just not. I mean, I want to...
What if I wanted mine to be Marcus?
Oh.
Like, hey, Marcus, make me a sandwich.
And that's another thing, is that, okay, so Samuel L. Jackson's on there. Well, he probably read certain things into a recorder, and now his voice is on there. Mm-hmm. Well, if I want to put my voice on there, I should have a script and be able to record it into the thing, and then it have my voice at that point, or something like that.
You know where you can do that?
Where can you do that?
On Waze.
Can you do your own voice in Waze?
Yeah,
I know
I've sent it as a gift to some friends. You know, my voice in your Waze. Here you go. Happy birthday. I have sent that as a gift. Because
what a very Jason gift.
Oh my gosh. We could totally do that.
We could do like Waze voices? Wow, that's
have I didn't even know that was a thing, but I love
that. I love that idea.
How did I not think of this before now? Yes.
When we start up a Patreon,
dude, that's like the best thing ever.
That's gonna be awesome. Yes, this we will do. This we will do.
And then we could record it together. You know, now, so you could have like the Jason version, a Marcus version, or a Jason and Marcus version, where we're probably arguing over the directions.
Right.
And Marcus is like, fine, whatever, it's fine. We'll get there. It's all good. It's fine.
My favorite is the.
I'll be like, you're gonna be late.
Anything where it's like you missed your destination, you got to turn around or whatever. That'd be like, you didn't stop at the thing. You're totally going the wrong way, dude.
You didn't know that was a thing?
I didn't know you could record your own. No, I knew that they had like a ton of different like celebrity voices and stuff that you could choose from.
Yeah,
but I had no idea.
I'm double checking right now to make sure that it's still a thing.
Something that you can still do.
God, because Google does own them now, so of course they would destroy anything that's good in this world.
Google.
They destroy everything. If you liked it, if it's a feature that you like, chances are they will get rid of it.
For a long stretch of time, if I got to really liking a dish at a particular restaurant, that sucker was gone after about a week.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so, wait, I want to know where are my options? Where are like my settings? Any idea where the settings are in this thing? Because I can search for stuff.
It seems like they've changed the UI a lot.
Every month they change the UI, it feels like. Oh, wait, maybe I click on... That's right. Oh, no. You click on the arrow. Maybe that does it. And, hello. Hi.
Apparently, that's the porn button.
So why... I don't understand. Why can I not... I can get roadside help. Do I have to actually be engaged in going somewhere to make this work?
Surely not. That would seem rather dangerous.
I mean, seriously, this is kind of annoying. Like, where is my settings?
Is it something that you do? You do it through the phone?
No, where are all of my settings? No, I like any of my settings. It used to be really easy to get the settings.
I want to look at mine.
because you know, I could choose my voices. You know, where do you choose your voices? Oh, okay. This is intuitive. You have to click search to get to the menu options. And then you click on the gear icon. And then that'll take you to voice and sound. Okay. You go into voice and sound. And then you can select, okay, Waze voice. And the Waze voice. And see, it says record a new voice right there at the top.
Record a new voice.
Yes.
Oh wow! I still have Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport as my.
And so I had Henry record a voice a long time ago, which is great to hear his voice sometimes when you because it's got this like I feel like when his voice was sort of this like scratchy Charlie Brownish sounding voice. Yeah. Let's see. I got this.
Oh wait, there.
Do I have
settings? Oh, that's the audio player. All right, little woman.
That was one I did for a friend of mine. Let's see.
Hey, I can get to Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport in Little Rock, Arkansas in 13 hours.
Careful, the fuzz set a trap for us ahead.
Is that like what kind of stuff? I mean, aside from like numbers and turn right and all that junk, like what kind of like?
Cause the crash ahead. Don't be like them.
I don't know.
So you got warning about crashes, warning about police,
all sorts of stuff. Yeah,
that's awesome.
We totally have to do this.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. This has to.
It's gonna be so much fun. You're welcome.
All right, fantastic. Look at you.
Yeah. I also feel like do you remember that show Big Love?
I do not.
Oh, really? It was on HBO. It was about like these Mormons, which I'm sure were not stereotypical in any. I mean, not like a normal Mormon family, but it's like the stereotypical fringe Mormon family. Anyway,
normal Mormons they call them.
Where
Mormons.
he had like 3 wives, and they had to like kind of hide it because it's not really supposed to be like that.
So naturally, there's a show about it on HBO.
Yeah, you never saw it. What's the guy who was in that movie Tornado? The guy who
the movie Tornado?
Yeah, Tornado. Twister.
Twister.
Shut up.
Is that the USA version?
Yes.
We now return to Space Alien
on Shark Week. No, Twister. What was the guy? He was
Bill
also
Paxton?
Yes, that's him. He's also the annoying guy, and he's always annoying. I can't take them. Anyway, he was like
I like him.
He's like the protagonist in Big Love.
In Big. Okay. So it's a fictitious. Okay.
No, it's for real.
Well, there's so many like.
Oh, you thought it was like a
docu-series is going on,
no, this is a drama. So
yeah, okay. So that makes a little more sense. I feel
like
then.
I'm in the midst. I have this like tech Big Love thing going on. When I had with my Alexa device and my Google device and my HomePod.
Do you have any of the? You do have the Apple one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
and I like her.
You've got the big 3 there. Which one do you feel like sort of overall does a better job of stuff, or do they all kind of have their?
So, I mean, part of it is a commitment thing. Like I have committed to Alexa when it comes to having my devices interfaced with her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in terms of the lights and everything. And I know that I could go ahead and do the same with my Google device. Like I could, and also with the HomePod system. Like I could have all of the things respond in some way and then test that out. But like, it's so convoluted getting all those things networked and connected and stuff. That I just haven't done that. Now with Google, because they own Nest now, they just seamlessly integrate with any of your Nest devices. So
yeah, but unfortunately, you still have to use that Nest app, and I lose connection all the time on that thing. It's
I know. But you can check
And
your
it's like,
thermostat.
what is it even trying to connect
I can ask
to?
if the front door's locked before I go to bed, things like that, on my Google device, without having to look. And that's nice.
That is cool.
Of course, my Ring, because it's not owned by Nest, I have to use Amazon. I used to use the Echo to be able to see that camera if I want, or I can look at my phone or my watch. Usually it comes up on my watch. And then I look at it and I'm like, I can't make out that person. I should look at my phone.
So that makes a lot more sense when you have a house like you do. We've got a townhome in a townhome
as
complex.
opposed to a tent.
And so the thing is we've got a lot of neighbors around. And so my, because the same thing, I've got the Nest version, right? The Nest Hello or whatever. And it's always going like, hey, this is a dude out here. It's like, yeah, no, he lives here. Hey, it's a dude. Yeah. Okay.
I just wish it would realize, I wish they were connected enough to know not to give me a notification that I just walked out the door.
Yes.
Do you realize, because the problem is they're not on the same system. I unlock the door, and sometimes if I'm not home, I will get a notification that my door has been unlocked. And it will also tell me, my Nest app will tell me who unlocked the door if they used the key, the code thing on the outside. He was like, oh, Henry unlocked the door. Okay, now I know he's home. Right. But if they were somehow networked, then I could unlock the door, and that would alert the Ring camera to hey, you know what? Let's wait and see if he locks the door on his way out, and then we'll not have to alert him that somebody just walked past because we know it's him. We don't need to alert him about himself.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right? So now here's the deal. Here's the thing. When I go out for a walk in the morning, I unlock the door. I get a notification on my watch. Because I don't want to start this exercise thing yet, because I'm not going to cheat, and I also don't want to count it against me. My activity, not my activity counter, but the my pace was lower than it should have been because I set it too early when I was just not moving quickly, right? I don't want to do that. So I usually turn it on when I hit my sidewall. Okay. So I'll get that alert that my door unlocked. Fine, whatever. I shut it. Beep, 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 right? Do the thing. Of course, at that point, I'm also going to get an alert from my Ring saying, oh, someone's in front of your door, right? I know that's me too, right? But that's okay. I clear that off my watch as well. And then I turn on my little exercise thing, right? Workout and a little I'm walking outside walk kind of thing. And then what it does is it automatically puts my watch and my phone into do not disturb mode, which I call sleep mode, but it's do not disturb, right? Okay. Which is great.
The little crescent moon. Yeah.
Which is great, except I usually don't like to keep it there in that, because I want, if I get any kind of alert, like work alerts or something like that, if somebody's trying to reach me, I want to know that that's happening.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I can't turn that off right away though, because otherwise I'm going to get it. This is the part where he gets a little neurotic. Maybe it's already neurotic. Anyway, if I turn that off too soon, I'm going to get a garage alert, because I have a Ring camera thing up on the garage.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'll get an alert that saw somebody. But if I wait until I pass my own driveway to then go into the do not disturb thing, or turn the do not disturb off, then I'm free and clear.
Okay.
But then it's all the reverse that happens when I get back.
Right.
Because when I get back, because I'm not in do not disturb mode and I haven't thought to put it back in do not disturb mode, then I start getting alert after alert after alert as I approach the door, and it ticks me off because I'm trying to end my exercise before I get to the door.
Right, and it keeps putting alerts up in front of you. I
can't do what I'm trying to do.
Blocking you.
What are you doing?
Hey, there's a guy on your porch. It's the same guy from before. He leaves all the time. He's here. It's crazy. It's almost like he lives here.
Drives me crazy. But I do, to answer your question that you asked, I feel like...
Ask a question? I don't even remember.
Yeah, you asked which of the three do I think does the best job?
Oh, right, yeah.
Dude, that's why I still have three.
Yeah, still not...
It's inconclusive. I just like them for different reasons. I like them for different reasons. Mm-hmm. The Siri one is great because like the HomePod thing is great because it integrates just perfectly with my Apple products. I love being able to take my phone, like if I'm listening to something on my phone, and just put it near the HomePod, and it automatically
kicks it over.
Just transfers it over. Yes.
Oh, see, that's cool.
And I can pick it up like that too. Like if it's playing something on the HomePod, music or, book on tape or like an audio. No one says books on tape anymore, do they? Audiobooks or.
Nobody says tape anymore.
Well, Scotch tape.
Books are otherwise.
And then I can just take my phone and I can just like kind of hold it near it, and it transfers it over back to the phone.
The phone?
And
That's
if I'm wearing AirPods, then it'll transfer it over to the AirPods instead. So I love that part, right? I love that part. And it's kind of good to, like, if I'm today, this also annoys me. I'm not sure if it's like a security thing. I wanted to send myself an email. And I'll do that on my phone sometimes, but the phone has to be unlocked typically to do that, which is, I get it, whatever. Although she doesn't unlock, but she recognizes my voice anyway. So I said that to the HomePod. I said, Siri, send myself an email. And she says, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Like, I'm not able to do that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Getting a little howl
now
on
we're finding the edges of your capabilities, right?
I'm sorry, Dave.
So instead, I said, Siri, and as you're listening, create a note. And I'm watching to see what now she says, what do you want it to say? Okay, like on my phone, she's answering me. I was able to do that. So I was able to do on the HomePod, like create a note to a note in my little notes section, right? But hey Siri, send myself an email. Now see, she's fine. The phone, she's asking me, which email would you like to use? The HomePod can't do that. So there's like little stuff like that. Now if I say to Google, like, hey, send myself an email, it will work.
Yeah.
Because it's connected to my Gmail.
Right.
In fact, I can make phone calls also. All of the devices allow you to make the phone calls right now, right? Like you can do, there's a way to do it. I think Alexa is the clunkiest of them.
I have never used any of the communication stuff.
Siri's the HomePod's the best because it's Apple, so if you make a phone call, it's like calling from your phone. Yeah. Google is okay. I have a Google Voice number as well, of course. And so that, if I'm calling somebody from like my Google, whatever they call those devices, what do they call the Google devices?
It's just like Google Home Assistant or something.
They call them something else. Don't they call them like Nests now, I think, or something like Nest? They call them something else.
I don't know.
It used to be like the Google Max or something, but now they're not. I don't know. Anyway, it'll call somebody, but it'll call it from my Google Voice number, which is the number I give out to everybody, my Google Voice number. Pretty much, except for like people who actually want to hear from. And you'll never know. No one will ever know like which one they've got. Because the Google Voice system has the Google Voice system has a fantastic screening mechanism, and I like it a lot.
I haven't messed with it much.
It has Google. Have you never used Google Voice?
I know of its existence, but I've never like set up the. I don't get many phone calls, and when people call me, I basically ignore it.
Dude, so here's the thing: Google Voice will, you can screen the calls. You can have them like have to announce who they are, to like leave their name before they call through to you, right?
No one gets in.
So then when you answer, it'll tell you you hear the recording of their name. And you can decide 1, answer, hit 2, it sends them the voicemail. And it doesn't just send them the voicemail. This is the best part. Throwback, back to the 80s, and maybe the 90s.
Nobody's
90s.
home. Nobody's home.
You can hear them listening. You can hear them recording the voicemail.
Like live?
Live.
Oh, that's cool.
But wait, there's more. You can pick it up.
Like while they're doing it, you'd be like,
you can interrupt.
You're
I'm here. Here I am. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, that is very a 90s thing, isn't it? Hey, sorry, I just walked in.
Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Had to put it on one of those little mini cassettes.
Oh wait. Do we have time? Because I wanted to ask you something else.
Oh yeah.
So I was getting ready to send you. Actually, before we started, it was like 1 minute before we were supposed to start, and I said, "Dude, I'm sorry, I'm setting up now. So I'm running late." And you're like, "No worries." I'm like,
I'm supposed to go, "You jackass."
"I mean, fine." You should respond like something like, "Fine."
Maybe just mean on purpose.
Why should today be different than any other day? Like, I don't know, something like that would be something I would say. And I noticed that it says new contact photo available.
Mm-hmm.
And it has, because I had this very nice professional looking portrait of you that I had commissioned. It's you in the
What
buff.
am I wearing?
It's you in nothing.
Portrait?
Nothing.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's just your neck up though, so it's fine. But I can use my
You
imagination.
just like to think that I'm wearing nothing.
Right. You've got a little dickie on and then nothing. No, it's your professional. It's like your
my
glamour
headshot,
shot
probably.
or something. Yeah. Glamour shot.
Glamour shot.
And
It was not taken at the mall. Thank you.
and I've gotten this from other people before, not your picture, but I've gotten the
seahorses.
thing where people will they'll say new contact photo available, right?
Yeah.
And it'll have the little, the replacement photo, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I don't even know how to deal with that sometimes. Like I don't know. Like, do I mean, I should get to pick what photo I associate with you.
Yeah, and
right?
you do, I think, right?
I know, I do. But at the same time, I also feel like you should also get some say in how you're represented to the public.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well, I guess to the public, sure.
Well, it's even to you. So I'm a little torn. But yours is really weird because it just says MV. It just comes up as like the photo's gone.
Oh yeah.
All it wants to give me is your initials.
I've had
now.
somebody
I don't
else
want
do
that.
that.
I don't want that. I don't want to lose
I
my
don't
Marcus.
know what the deal is there, and I think it's because, of course, you want the naked portrait.
Yeah.
But because I got this new laptop and I had to set up messages, and it's weird because I do the messages on the computer as well, because sometimes it'll just be easier for me to type, especially if I'm typing like to my grandmother, because that's typically a thing where she'll ask, well, what all have you been doing? How are you doing? Everything's going fine here. It's very much a letter kind of a thing. And so it's a lot easier to just type on a big keyboard to type back to her or something like that. So so I have it here, but it was kind of funny because through my Apple ID, it got all my information. And so as my messages get set up, but I still had to put in my first name, last name, and then what picture I wanted to have. And it does this weird thing. It's like most of what Apple does, I love. But every now and then they get really goofy with some stuff. And like this is one of those things where it's like, choose your picture. But you can only choose pictures that you've imported into the Photos app. Like you can't do it from like navigate to a folder and choose a picture out of like my headshots folder or whatever. It's like, it doesn't know that the file system even exists. If it ain't in Photos, you don't get it. Or you can choose from one of these like default ones we have. Here's a starfish, but yeah, that was kind of annoying because I had to import the friggin' thing into Photos and then put it into the Messages app. But I chose that. I mean, it's the same portrait you're probably talking about.
No, I got MV.
But yeah, so now I don't know why
You screwed something up.
Yeah, clearly.
You asked the wrong Alexa device.
But here's the other thing is that I've got my iPhone, I've got an iPad, and I've got my computer. And all three of them have messages on it. And I don't know that I've set up all three with the same photo. I don't know.
It shouldn't matter. It's just all based on your contact.
You would think, but it's apparently not, right? Because they said like a couple of keynotes back, they were talking about how like we're going to make it to where if you read a message in one Messages app, that it will be flagged as read in all of your other ones.
Right.
If you delete it from one, it will be deleted from all the other ones. And that still hasn't happened yet. I'm still getting like, because in the course
you've got
of
too many like You must have competing accounts set up for yourself.
I just have a single account, a single Apple ID. I don't know why it's doing it.
I don't think you do.
You think I've got 3 or 4 more?
I think you. I know you. I'm actually not joking. I think that you. I think if you go into, I think you have to go
I only
into
have the one
your
email
contacts.
address, so it can't.
It doesn't
be.
matter, dude. I'm telling you. All right, let's play this little game. You go into your contacts. You have your phone handy? You go into your contacts. I do. Okay. And then you search for yourself. Don't go up to the one at the top.
Texted me.
Oh, tell her
Search for myself? Is it the one at the top?
Tell your sister I'll call her.
All right. Jesse Jason's going to call you.
Now search for yourself.
All right. Now, do I search for myself in the list or at the top?
No, just where I am? At the top. Where's the search?
Okay,
No, wait. Just go to the search bar in your contacts.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay, and then type in Marcus. And see how you'll get this little top name matches thing will show, right?
Yeah.
And how many show?
And I've got my work email address, and then I've got the me that's in the contact list.
So you've got 2 results in your top name matches?
Yeah.
That's it. You got 2. I feel like you're not telling me something. You're hesitating.
Well, no, I got this one, and it's got, and then I do have this other one, the Siri found in settings, Siri found in accounts.
I mean, there's other results, right? At the bottom, there's other results
this is
too,
why,
right?
This is why I have it, because it has the sort of fake address I had to put in here in order to have a home address, because my street didn't exist in any mapping program when we first moved in here, and so I just kind of put my home location as out there on Plant Street, but so maybe that's part of what's goofing this up. I don't even know where this person is, but this person, well, it's me. But I mean,
I'm telling you, and it doesn't matter how much I've tried to. It doesn't matter how much. No, so you're looking in the, you're looking in the contact. I don't want you to look in the contact.
Well, now I'm in the contact, because I wanted to see what was the difference between the two.
Because then you'll see, because I have so many results tied to old email addresses that are actually they're like being treated as unique contact cards for some reason, even though I have tried to kill these. They come back, they persist. I mean, it's like ghosts, man. They just persists.
I had a problem recently.
And persists.
Yeah, look at that. There's 2 of me down in the actual list. Now, I had this problem not too long ago where for some reason almost every single contact in my list was duplicated 3-4 times. And it looks like it might be happening again. I've got a couple in here that are now
part of it has to do with if you're syncing your contacts with some other, I think I get into trouble by syncing my contacts with my Google contacts. I think that screws stuff up because I think I
See, I don't use my Google contacts at all.
Oh, well, there you go.
But one thing that you can do that I wish you could do on the phone, but you can't. But you can do on the computers if you open up your contacts. There is a delete duplicate contacts thing in there, and it'll wipe out. And any of the ones where the 2 contacts have the exact same name but different, like phone numbers, or one has an address and one has a phone number or something like that, it'll go like, hey, these 2 aren't duplicates, but they look similar. You want to merge these. And then it'll be like, yes, merge those. But
and also it picks up stuff in mail. Like it has this address. It has one of my addresses from my contact here, and this isn't even my actual contact. This is some other Jason Knapp on my phone that happens to have that happens to have all the right email addresses. Happens to have the correct home. It doesn't say home, but it's like the correct home address. And then it has this other address on here, which says Siri found an email. That's on McGuire Road. It happens to be the CVS address because and some email with my correspondence with my doctor, where I was like, hey, this is where you should call this prescription in.
Yeah, that's what I had in there.
Because if I click on it, it'll show me exactly where I what email
supposedly
it was.
Live.
Creepy. And I don't know why. Why are you creating this other? I don't even know what this phone number is. I also associated with the CVS phone number. That's great too. So I probably need to delete this
Is that why when I call you, I keep getting a guy asking me if I want to make any sort of prescription refills?
Oh yeah, that will happen. I mean, that's my side gig actually.
Is that your visiting cousin from out of town?
So I do have I have 1, 2. Is that the same? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have found 4. Just by searching Jason, I found 4 of me on my own phone.
That's weird.
Pulling pictures from different things.
That sounds dangerous.
Dude, this is my life. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to stop it. I try to clean it up.
Yeah.
I had this one time. Have you ever do the little face thing? One of my favorite activities is changing. It's like in your Photos app, and you're like doing the whole face recognition thing.
Where you can
it's like this,
choose. All right, this dude is this person.
Is this person?
Yeah,
right? I love that. I love that game, right? And I was going real fast one, right? And I was like, this time I was like screening through pictures of Michelle. Like, yes, right? Okay. Then by accident, and
the picture of your brother, right?
Yeah, I told you about this, right?
Yeah, we talked about
And to this day, it still persists. Even though I can't find, like, if I go in and look and try to find a picture that's associated incorrectly, I can't find it.
Yeah.
But just out of the blue, man, it'll just pop up.
See,
I don't know why these things happen.
You'd think that you'd be able to go in there and reset things. Like, not just reset everybody, but like...
just clear the association.
Reset Michelle and reset my brother, and then we'll start over with just those two and not get any cross-contamination there.
Yep.
Because the last thing you want is cross-contamination between your wife and your brother.
It's weird.
It's very Florida.
I don't have any for you.
How many what? Huh. Photos?
Yeah. I mean, I have photos of you. don't I?
I don't remember you taking any.
But I feel like... no, I've definitely taken pictures of you. When you're not looking.
From the bush?
Didn't we just have a picture together? Took a picture of each other?
Well, we did. We got the one that's at the wave.
No, I feel like
we did the ones at Paddlefish, and it's kind of weird. Obviously, we don't take pictures a lot. If I can like talk about which pictures we have taken. Remember, there was that one time we took the picture. Oh, right.
Remember that time we took a picture together? Wasn't that nice?
Yeah, it was nice. Very cooperative that one.
I'm gonna have to work you over this weekend. I'm gonna have to.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to find. I gotta find this picture and then make sure it knows it's you, and then yeah. And then what I'll do is a whole bunch of those reface things.
No, yeah.
And then I'll associate those with you too.
There you go.
It'd be great.
That's scary that stuff works so well.
The reface thing?
Yeah.
I know.
It's like a more or less free app.
It's not, though.
I mean, yeah, you got to subscribe. Everything's a freaking subscription these days.
You know how much it is if you subscribe to it?
How much is it?
The reface one, the one that's really good.
Yeah.
The really good one. It's $2.50 per week.
A week?
Per week.
Who does a weekly?
Well, I can tell you who does.
Apparently Reface.
You're looking at somebody.
Oh, you've subscribed?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, I see.
I got a little,
so how long do you have
email.
Well, I mean, have you canceled it, or
no,
you just go, oh, I guess I'm in?
I don't know. I can't. I have so much fun with it. I know my friends, and I use that term loosely, but I know that they are. They're not as amused as they were in the beginning. Like Carlos is the one who introduced, and I think he's probably regretting it.
Yeah, I imagine so.
You know, my kid's not amused at all. But it's fun.
It is neat. Yeah, I sent my sister like 20 of them. The thing is I have like 30 of them that I didn't send.
It's addictive too. It's addictive. You sit there and like you're sitting there like.
Now I want to see what I look like.
And you just keep going down the rabbit hole. You're like, oh, let me try this. Oh, let me try this combination. Oh, who else can I add to this picture? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah. And then 35 minutes later, like, oh.
You don't have any friends anymore.